What's up, guys? I got a new stove, a Great West Metal 4-hole camp stove with the oven. But first of all, you're most welcome to the video. So yeah, that's the new stove that I got for my bigger tent that I'm gonna have. My tent back there is only a 10 by 10, but we're gonna see if it fits, and we're gonna do the first burn. So it's brand new, not even out of the box yet. So I just want to learn how to set it up in the backyard here. Gonna learn how to set it up and then do the first burn. These are the chimneys, and then we'll see if everything kind of fits together and whatnot, and if everything works out. So yeah, no further ado, let's get it open. I'm not sure the exact weight. I'll have to put the more weight and dimensions and stuff in the description. But I mean, it is, you are able to carry it one person. Alright, so that's I believe the bigger side is the oven, and yeah, so this is the oven. Sweet, very nice dimensioned oven. That's the Woodstove box. Comes in some instructions. Great West Metal, they do a lot of they call, I guess, airtights. Some setups. Cool. Those are the four hole caps, and the small legs. Everything they keep inside here. Nothing's in the oven. Probably not to break anything or scratch it. You want this to remain kind of sealed so that when you're cooking stuff, you don't want it to taste like smoke too much. So get this out of the box. Four cap. Uh-oh. Are we missing some? Hopefully they're in the other boxes. There's only 2 in here. So, little legs. Comes with 3 here. It's got to be 4. So hopefully there's some other stuff in the other box. Oh no, there you go. There's 4. This is all chimney. This is a 6-inch chimney. But I got a adapter to be able to put the chimney from my other stove. So it goes from 6 to 5 because my other stove is a 5. There's a 5 there. Oh, they're right in there. They're hiding. Deflector there. The way this stove's made, it's
go from inside. So this is your burning chamber, the firebox, where you actually build your fire. So at the top there's a kind of like a channel, which is this space over here, so a couple inches, and then some stuff slides into there. That's where the other thing was, but it looks like this handle is like a deflector, yeah, for your chimney. Change the airflow. The corners are nice, eh? They're nice and like at a 45. They're not sharp at all. And so far so good for the doors. Okay, these are nice because when you're cooking, you can take them off and put your pot or your pan right there, and it goes a little bit faster for heating up, from what I understand it. So I'm curious to try it out. I'm gonna read the instructions a bit and figure out exactly how the legs go. Guess I should have started with the legs. There's not much for instructions, but my feeling just makes me, I feel like this is just the way they go. Slide. There's a longer side and a shorter side. You go with the longer side, slides in like that. Not very solid. I guess it's not really for moving around. Once you have it set, it stays where it is. So normally for your chimney, you're going to use the 6 inches directly. So it would go the 6-inch stovepipe like that. I guess I could put one length and then put this after, but I want my tent, the hole at the top of the tent, it's not a 6-inch opening, it's only like a 4.5-inch kind of thing. So I want to use my other chimney with this, and I want it to be about the same height. So I'm going to put this piece, bring me down to 5 inches. Hopefully this is the right piece. See, it's a simple 6-inch to 5-inch reducer. So fits nicely in here. Slept in the tent here last night, so it might be warm still. Take off this shelf. This one's legs fold in, so there you go. That's the Nyko and the GWM 4-hole side by side. Just to give you kind of a size comparison. They're about the same height. Legs like that. This one has a little bit smaller chamber. It's 20 inches depth. The Great West Metal, the Nyko Alaskan, has a 24-inch depth, so it's a little bit deeper. but 20 inches is very good because your normal wood, when you cut it, your normal stove usually takes 16-inch logs. So with 20 inches you got lots. The air intake for the Great West Metal is on the side. It's got these little valves kind of thing on the sides. There, one there, and one over there. Well, as this one, it's right in the front. So we'll see how that works out. Okay, so just to compare the top, Nyko Alaskan is 24 inches. It's like 11 3/4, and then the height is 1 foot 11 3/4. There's always that ridge at the top, so it's a little bit less on the inside. So this one's even more than 20 inches with the ridge, so it's definitely, see that? It's definitely a 20-inch Firebox by, see, so the total is about 28 3/4 wide. But the actual stove portion be about, let me go at the bottom here. So that's the Firebox there. Not sure if you can see that good, but it's 11 inches or 10 3/4 wide by a good 19 and a half. So pretty much 20 inches. Now the oven, if you're wondering what size of pot you can fit in here, very nice oven. Oven is 13 and a half wide by 9 inches and a quarter, so we'll say 9 inches. And the depth, I got, well, the same thing as the other size, so 19 and a half for your depth. Lots of room. Gonna be tight, but I'm pretty confident this will fit. Now when you move the stove around, the legs tend to fall out, so I'll have to find some sort of modification for that. Some people what you can also do is just sit the stove on logs or bricks. Logs I don't really like because then they tend to smoke once it gets warm. Move it a little bit more this way. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, perfect. Now hopefully this will work. Pretty much need an adapter. So the thing with this stove, I got 18-inch long chimneys to be able to at least fit a few inside the stove, which it will fit because they're 19.5-inch depth. But they're the type of chimney. See how that's like a zigzag type shape or whatever it's called. I don't know what the proper term is, but it inserts in one another, and I do like that because that makes for a really solid seal. You don't have much smoke that'll escape. See, so when you just gotta pry it in. The first time you put it together, it's a pain in the butt, but then you just leave them all kind of inserted. But anyway, so you gotta buy like the chimney separate, and maybe I didn't get the right attachment for the bottom to fit it on the other one. But anyways, the Nyko has his own chimney, which is telescopic, goes in one another. But I did have a few issues with it. Sometimes it would fall apart. Not fall apart, but the seals here are not as well sealed. It's not like a zigzag, they're more kind of like spot welded, and then there's rivets. So it's not as solid, but it is nice because they fit all one another, and they're a bit more lightweight. Okay, so I had to get onto the ground to kind of get this together. Okay, so I think I got something figured out that'll work to make the two different styles of chimney work. So I took off this piece because, like I said, the Nyko, it goes from 5 inches at the bottom of the stove to 4 inches at the top. So the more sections you take off, the more you're getting closer to 4 inches. So I took off this part and this part. This is 5 inches. This is whatever, I don't know what this is. It'd be like 4 3/4 or something. But so this is 5 inches, but it seems to want to fit pretty nicely on this. So I added to have the same kind of length as this, because remember I'm taking this part off, so I add this in compensation. So this versus this, and then I'll have this versus this. So all in all, it'll be a little bit lower, but all in all, it should work. Beautiful day out today. It's like -3 or 4 outside. I'm lucky this is not like -30, because there's no way I'd be able to manipulate this metal with bare hands. That's why I want to get familiar with my stuff too. Woo! I got it. It's a tight fit, but it's a fit. Ah! Yes, I'm not a professional chimney installer or anything, or a pro with stoves, but this is just kind of to give you guys a general idea of the sizing and what it looks like if you're looking at buying one. I'm just another guy winter camping and doing some YouTube videos in his backyard, so, you know, just trying to help out a bit, but alright, so this probably shouldn't be done to put the this part and this part, but I'll add this here, which will come and tighten everything. And I don't want to go to the store and buy another piece right now, so we're just gonna make this work, I guess. It's not a bad fit all in all. Like, it's pretty close to being a tight seal. So when I'll tighten the hell out of it with this, that'll be good. But I don't really have a choice, because you can see that this is 6 inches, and if I want to use it in the tent, there's no way 6 inches will go through there. I just looked, and yeah, I'd have to dig out a bigger hole, but the main stove for this tent anyways that I'm using is my Nyko. This stove will be for my other bigger tent that I'm buying, which will probably be a 12 by 15 or a 12 by 17. So I'm not gonna make a bigger hole into this tent, but this will work good. Alright, so this stove doesn't come with a false bottom, and I did not invest in one or buy one that would fit it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these stones, and these just protect the bottom. Now, I've learned a few tricks with the years if you want to travel light and not have to bring those. You can put a layer of green wood. I think that's actually one of my subscribers, Musher there, that gave me this trick. You can put green logs in the bottom and light your fire on that, or you can have a false bottom or something else. The idea is just to keep your coals from being directly right onto the stove. So anyways, I got 2 now. I'm gonna go grab some more and put them in there. I enjoy these stones because they stay warm, they give out a bit of heat. 4 seems to fit pretty nicely in there. Really like the idea behind this deflector. It's got the handle there, and you can see it's just either in the front or right underneath the chimney, so that's probably closed. This would be open to leave more airflow around. Close this up, and then we'll open the sides here to give some airflow. Caution, this heater is not CSA or UL approved. It's not intended for residential installation. The heater is for use in temporary uninsured shelters. Do not install without reading installation instructions supplied. Starting to change color. The heat. Lots of smoke now in the tent. I'm gonna get out of here. It's all the oils from the factory. Alright, so I got the wood stove set yesterday, and we ran it pretty much the whole evening, and everything's good. So anyways, we're gonna try the oven for our first time. So I got some really simple spanakopita, and we'll throw those in the oven. It's a simple 375. And I'll show you, I added a little grill at the bottom because there's no grill to really lift off the bottom, so I think with that little grill it'll help to do a more equal cooking or baking. So we'll open this up. It's all pre-made, pre-packaged, but it's cool stuff. Like it says keep it frozen, so you could bring easily out in the bush. You could bring some meals like this that are just frozen. It's not as much lightweight as some of the dry foods, but it's pretty simple. So I don't have a actual thermometer for the oven yet, and the oven doesn't come with it, but I added the magnetic SBI thermometer, which is on the chimney, so that'll give me a general idea, I guess, of the temperature. Probably won't be the same in the chimney versus in the oven, but eventually I'll install a thermometer for the oven here. So we gotta bring it up to, I think, 375, so it's not super warm now, so we'll definitely give it a little bit more air, and then it's like 20 minutes, so we'll just keep an eye on it. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That looks good, eh? I think it's ready. I think so. Got water boiling for tea and coffee. Got a little bit of stew warming up. Now we're gonna these. Perfect. I'll throw them on that log over there so they don't stop. They stop cooking. Perfect. Possible. Just like at the restaurant, but better. Really good. So the stove and the oven so far, I'm really happy with it. No issues. The side vents are kind of annoying. If you want to like add air, I guess. So yeah, this is really good. No issues with the oven so far, and it seems to be reflecting pretty much the temperature, the oven versus the chimney. It's probably a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler, but overall, I mean, it gives you a good idea. The only issue so far that I found is that it's kind of annoying to have the vents on the side of the oven. Not the oven, but on the side of the stove. And there's no like springs or anything, so I'm gonna have to add that little springs to give me a bit more grip to be able to adjust. But the thing that I'm realizing, and this is experience too, is that to add more air to your stove, what you can kind of do, what you can do is you can just open these just like that, and then see like there's air that's going in, and you can like even open it fully. And since the air is drawing in and then out the chimney, it's adding a lot of air. So instead of fooling around with the door and stuff and the vents, you can just fool around with your top these top holes. So you can definitely see why this oven or this type of stove was really appreciated in Canada by trappers, hunters, and stuff through the last, I'd say, decades, I guess. It's a really cool stove. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna try to do these brownies. So this is just a gift that we got for Christmas here. It's a little baking kit. So anyways, we're gonna try that, show you when we throw it in the oven, and show you what comes out. So again, thanks for watching. Do the brownies.
Thanks so much, Steve and Carmen. We're trying out the brownies in the new Woodstove oven, so that'll be cool. Looks like my butter's not really soft yet. Let it soften a little bit more.
show. Yeah, that looks good. That took like 3 minutes. So when you get the wood stove rocking, it can get pretty warm. This is probably at 475 instead of 350. But anyways, we're learning. So yeah, if you guys like the video, make sure you subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and appreciate it. If you guys have a wood stove like this, have any tips or any tricks, feel free to leave a comment on that. Always interested to learn from the viewers. So we'll see you guys soon. Cheers.